not happen because we were not using that subsidized naira to do things that were going to be valuable for the economy.
In your analysis, Mr. Omokri.
No, please let me land, please. We were using that, we were freaking it away. So he said, this is what happens in America, this is what happens in the United Kingdom. We are going to float the currency and allow the laws of demand and supply determine the naira rate. That is not devaluation, that is flotation. Devaluation is when, like what happened in Egypt, you peg your currency at, say, maybe 200 Egyptian pounds to $1. And then you come out and say, okay, no, I'm going to now peg it at 400. That is devaluation. What happened in Nigeria is flotation. And that is now, the market is now determining the naira's value.
So in your own analysis, and you say that the economy has done better under President Bola Tinubu in the last 2 years, but what happens to the purchasing power of the average person? What happens to the livelihoods of the average person? What happens to the ability of the person to be able to feed and transport?
Well, should we continue to go into debt because we want to now start to give our people an artificial luxury? We were borrowing so much under General Buhari. Don't forget, the reason why Godwin Emefiele is in jail is because we took a loan of 28...
He's under trial.
Well, he's in jail. That's why I didn't say prison. There's a difference. When you're under trial, they put you in jail. When you have been convicted, you go to prison. There is a reason why Godwin Emefiele is in jail, because he took loans of 28 trillion naira without informing the National Assembly. What were they using that money to do? They were using that money to artificially inflate the value of the naira. And so we were living in a fool's paradise. Bola Tinubu has taken that away, and now we are now living at our own means. So we cannot be borrowing because we want to give our people food. We have to produce, and that's why we are now producing now, because exports are going up. Imports are reducing. We now have, like I said before, a $14.1 billion straight surplus.
What about the impression on the average person? That's the question I asked you.
Yeah, the thing is, the impression on the average person is this: we have to look inward. Look at me.
And continue to suffer.
No.
The person that is in pain.
Please, allow me answer your question. Allow me answer your question. We have to look inwards.